In Dragon Ball Super episode 55 of the English dub, the dub voice of the Grand Priest, in the dub's case it is called the Grand Minister instead, the Daishinkan nonetheless. Anyway, the English dub voice was revealed for the Grand Priest, and he is voiced by Josh Graley. And if you recognize that name, you may recognize him from other anime and other, anime movies, but in the Dragon Ball franchise specifically, he voiced Demigra in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, which is pretty cool, and the Demigra character has sort of a calm, sort of soft-spoken tone, and this reflects the Grand Priest or the Grand Minister as well, as the Grand Priest has this sort of almost evil tone, even though he's not an evil character. From what we've seen in the rest of the Dragon Ball Super series, in the Tournament of Power arc, aka the Universe Survival arc, the Grand Priest is not evil, but he does have an evil sort of voice, and Josh Graley sort of captured this very well, actually almost perfectly, and he also just has quite a soft-spoken tone, very much like Whis and the other angels that were introduced in the Tournament of Power arc, and he just captures that voice and tone very well, and he is a great translation, a great adaptation from the Japanese voice of the Grand Priest. He just does a fantastic job. The brief scene that we see him in, he just does a fantastic job. And where to look out for this voice is in Dragon Ball Super, as I said before, Dragon Ball Super episode 55. If you check out that English dub, you will hear the Grand Priest, aka the Grand Minister. I assume they changed it from Grand Priest to Minister is because of lip flap reasons, or could be because priest has more of a religious connotation, and as we see throughout the Dragon Ball Super English dub and also throughout the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie dub, we see that some of the god and religious references have been sort of altered. For instance, the God of Destruction is now just changed to Beerus the Destroyer in the Dragon Ball Super dub, as well as the Battle of Gods dub, which could just be because of lip flaps, or it could be because they're trying to cut out as much religious references as they could, so that could be why it's changed from Grand Priest to Grand Minister, is because Minister has less of a religious connotation, compared to Priest. That could be why, but I'm sure it's just because of lip flaps. And just trying to get mouth movements all consistent and, so it's all synced up properly. I believe that's why it's changed from Priest to Minister. I'm absolutely certain, actually. But anyway, what do you think of Josh Graley as the English dub voice of the Grand Priest / Minister in episode 55 of the dub? I think he's absolutely fantastic, and he just ranks right up there with the Japanese voice, and he is quite the perfect adaptation. He's quite the perfect reflection of the Japanese, and I just think he done a great job. He just sounds very sinister, which, is not one of the Grand Priest's, inherent traits, but he just has that sort of tone of voice. He sounds very soft-spoken, very much like the other angels and Whis and stuff, and he just fits the character really well. So Josh Graley, thumbs up for me. Also, you did a fantastic Demigra voice as well in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, which carries through into this awesome voice work as the Grand Priest in Dragon Ball Super episode 55. So that's going to do it for me. What do you think of Josh Graley as the Grand Priest? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think other voice actors should have gotten a role as the Grand Priest? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Me personally, I think he's fantastic. See you later.